The views and opinions expressed on this show are solely those of the persons appearing on the program and do not reflect the views and opinions of Hip Hop Gamer Inc.'s partners and or affiliates. And for good reason. Now, I'm not out here to directly bash anybody or to directly attack anybody, but I had to make this video, people. I had to. Nothing against you, Hip Hop Gamer. I enjoy your videos. I enjoy your different outtake of the video game industry, and it's fun to have somebody like you as opposed to all the other generic journalists that are inside of gaming, but I gotta call you out on this, man. I really do. Whenever you talk about PC gaming or anything about PC in general, you are highly ignorant, highly misinformed, and have no clue what you're talking about. So this video is going to address a couple of things you've said in the past, and it's not going to be about PC versus console. It's going to be about the educated versus the misinformed.
I know you see the title, right? I know you do. Because I know who wrote it, and I saw it. And I was like, what? So you know I had to bring this energy to you guys, to you ladies out there. You already know what time it is. Now, new Sony IP. Graphically rivals Avatar, the movie. Are you serious? Now, if this was 2007, I wouldn't really believe it. You know what I'm saying? But after seeing Heavy Rain, shout out to Quantic Dream, because they're the actual company that's really maximizing the cell processor right now. But after seeing Heavy Rain, after seeing God of War, after seeing Uncharted, you know what I'm saying? It's to the point right now where that statement is very possible. And knowing what developers have said going forward, the potential is already there. Because we're already on the brink of it. Just looking at Heavy Rain alone, it's like, yo, that's cutting it kind of close to just straight facial detail and graphics of an Avatar movie.
See, it's statements like these that make me wonder, do you even know what the hell you're talking about? Or how much is Sony paying you? Heavy Rain looks like Avatar? No, not even close. Even the best looking PC game, even Crysis 3 maxed out 4K, even Metro Last Light maxed out 4K, doesn't come close to Avatar. Nothing comes close to Avatar. Avatar is so far and away from anything gaming can provide, it's not even funny. And the funny thing is, you talk about Quantum Dream's next game, which was Beyond Two Souls, and Beyond Two Souls was an average looking game. It was nothing that looked amazing. It was nothing that looked like Avatar, so what are you talking about?
PCs is upgradable. You don't got the same, hardware for 5-6 years straight. You go upgrade graphics cards to do more things. So that was the advantage that they had. If that advantage is taken away, then I feel PC gaming, their presence in the market will be a lot less.
But then at the same time, you'd be killing the one major advantage that console gaming has over PC. Simplicity. Convenience. If people have to open up their console and replace a CPU, replace a power supply, replace RAM, upgrade this and upgrade that, then that kills what a console fundamentally is. It is no longer a console, it is now a welfare PC without an operating system. Then we're going to have to talk about having all kinds of custom components that Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo would have to be using, or proprietary components, and then we'd have to go into game development. The thing about game development on a console is every machine is the same. If you involve upgrades, then every console is no longer the same.
Now, Starhawk console, PlayStation 3, took that same RTS element and made it better. Revolutionized it. So what's the need for all the other RTS games if they're not going to be like Starhawk now? Starhawk set the trend. That's it. Starhawk is the new standard now.
Don't know if anybody told you, but Starhawk didn't revolutionize anything. Where is Lightbox Interactive Studios right now? Tell me, please, anybody? Oh wait, they're closed down. Where is Starhawk right now? It is, yeah, it's dead. It's dead, Hip Hop Gamer. It is dead. Starcraft 2, on the other hand, sold 1.5 million copies in 48 hours. It sold 3 million copies in the span of a month, and it is one of the most played games out there in the community today. Not to mention, it is a huge esports scene that the dead Starhawk doesn't enjoy.
Me, I'm telling you right now, I'm not a PC gamer. Hear me out. I'm not a PC gamer, and what that means is that I'm not hardcore with it. Like, you know, I don't live on my PC and playing this, playing that. I'm a console gamer. But if I go to my friend's house and he's playing games on PC, I'm gonna get that controller and play too. I'm gonna get that controller and play too. I'm gonna get that controller and play too.
And here's the point where you lie, but kind of tell the truth, but then come back over the top and lie again. We all know you're a console gamer. We know you're a console fanboy. Hell, if you ask a lot of people, they probably think that you get paid by these hardware companies and you get paid by these software companies to promote their game. Now, about you being a PC gamer, we know you're not. We know you don't have a Steam account, we know you don't have an Origin account, and what are you talking about? You go over to your friend's house watching them play on the PC and you grab a controller and you play too. What games on the PC, besides fighting games and a select few other games, do you pick up a controller and you play too? Very small selection of games will let you do that, hence why consoles have an advantage in that arena. So please kindly tell me what PC games you play where you pick up another controller and you play too.
Then another thing, what trips me out is that a lot of people, you know, when you look at PC games and they got all these extra functions and all this other stuff, sometimes when you turn on extra functions, you don't even see a difference, even though the function is on. Feel me? So that right there is kind of cliche, but it's real. Sometimes you turn on special functions to do special things with your special graphics card, and with what you see, you don't really see a difference all the time, even when you turn certain things up.
So what you're telling me and everybody else is that you're blind, that you can't see correctly, that you have poor vision and eyesight. Because nobody can look at that video and tell me there's no difference, or that you cannot tell that there is a difference here. Unbelievable. This is exactly what I'm talking about, where your bias or your inability to comprehend, see or read things just kills you in your journalistic credibility. Anybody can clearly, my mom can clearly see that there is a difference between NVIDIA PhysX on and NVIDIA PhysX off.
I think Starhawk is a great game, and I believe once people see it, play it, and experience it, they're not going to be that impressed with Starcraft.
And that's exactly why Lightbox Interactive Studios is closed. Nobody plays Starhawk anymore. Starcraft is a huge success, and Starcraft is one of the biggest, most popular esport competitive games out there in gaming today.
The next systems will most likely have the functionalities of an operating system that you get on your PC, along with the upgradeability.
And yet here we are, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, no PC operating system, and no hardware upgradeability. So much for that argument, right?
So I said all that to say is that the advantages that PC gaming once had as a whole is gone. And when 2014 come and you see PlayStation 4 like start to hit its stride, and the next Xbox start hitting its stride, it's gonna be a different gaming industry.
Oh, it's gonna be a different gaming industry, alright. Never before have we had brand new consoles, $400 and $500, that cannot adhere to the standards of displays that came out 10 years ago. Hip-hop, 1080p is old. It's on the way out. We're moving on. And yet here we have the Xbox One. It rarely can do 1080p. It can't. It's struggling. It's hard. It's difficult for it. And this is only year one. And look at the PlayStation 4. Can't even run Battlefield 4 in 1080p. Has to run it at 1600 by 900. Not to mention the performance issues and the performance problems. Is Infamous running at 60 frames per second? No, that's 30. Is the order running at 60 frames per second? No, that's 32. 1080p, 60 frames per second is a thing of the past. It is old. It has been around for PC gaming forever. And yet here we have brand new consoles, $400 and $500, that still cannot do it.
So technically, is PC more advanced? Yes, correct. But if there's no software properly taking advantage of all these tech advances, then what's the point?
Where you're getting all this information about how developers aren't using the PC hardware and the PC specifications to the hardest and the maximum, I have no idea. Sure, they're not going to use it to the utmost extremes because they want to have it scalable for people that don't have the best video cards out in the market, but they're still leagues ahead and above what consoles provide, and even next-gen consoles provide and offer.
Everything that we see with PS4 and Xbox One right now, we should not be impressed.
And, well, no offense, I am not impressed by anything the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One can do, because like I said, my PC from 2010 can outperform the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One by a significant degree. I was expecting more of a leap, better graphics, better performance, but here we are looking at the Xbox One struggling to do 1080p, and here we are looking at the PlayStation 4 whose exclusives don't even run at 60 frames per second.
What happened? What happened? It became the definitive edition, and it was better than the PC iteration. Now, these things should not happen when you want to talk about tech specs, but when you look at results, console is giving it to you.
You see, Hip Hop Gamer, this is the crap I'm talking about, where I'm claiming or even thinking that Eidos and Square Enix and any number of other developers are lining your pockets with money to lie. This is where I'm questioning your journalistic credibility, because as you can see on the Digital Foundry analysis of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which is only called the Definitive Edition to get console gamers like you, ignorant console gamers like you, to go out and buy a game again, even though it's $8 on Steam, and believe that it is actually the superior version of the game, when in fact Digital Foundry shows that not only is the frame rate jumpy on both versions, not only is the Xbox version running at 30 frames per second and not 60, but both games don't even have any DirectX 11 tessellation. It is omitted. It is removed. So don't talk about it being the Definitive Edition when clearly that's a marketing ploy to fool people just like you.
Don't get it twisted. I love PC because it's a game. Anything that deals with games, I love. Bottom line. So I ain't choosing no sides. I'm just trying to educate.